Hello and welcome to PC Chess Club, Season 1, Episode 8. This is our poster of the week. Take a look at it, see what you think. Feel free to pause the video or rewind and watch this. You can read the poster, and this is where you get the poster at. This is the name of it. Sponsor for the document camera, Aver, most wonderful document camera in the world, Aver Media. And we'll try to get some pictures of this one. This one we're going to start new at PC Chess Club. We're going to start putting up a world map so we can point out different games. When we go over the annotated games, we'll be able to show you on the map where these games are from or where the people are from, so you can see kind of country to country. And this is a preview of the book that we'll have next week. Double your brain power, increase your memory by using all of your brain all the time. And the 1-minute Bible for students. 366 devotions for daily living. And there's the two that I talked about before in an earlier video. The 52 simple ways to tell your child I love you, and 52 simple ways to build your child's self-esteem and confidence. This week, we've got the Perplexus, as you can see, Perplexus Original. A little bit different than the one that we have been featuring. Usually we've had the Perplexus Rookie. You can take a look at this one. Turn it around for you a little bit so you can see what you think. Different kinds of mazes, different kinds of obstacles. All totally different than the other one. Really love these 3D little mazes, little 3D mazes. Just love them. They're awesome. Great for teaching patience and finesse. Something maybe Joplin Chess Club could learn. That ties in with positional play, but we're going to go ahead and get started on this week now. This is the message board of the week. You can see here. This week's message is ambition. The father of success is work. And the mother, we'll zoom in the old-fashioned way, get up a little closer to it. The mother of achievement is ambition. So there you have it. Ambition. The father of success is work. The mother of achievement is ambition. And this is our little poster for the week. Little mini poster. This is our little mini poster of the week. So take a look at this and see what you think. Feel free to pause the video and rewind it so you can read this. Hope it's not going too fast for you. If it's going too fast, just rewind it. And that is the poet that wrote it. There's your title. Life is filled with possibilities. That kind of ties in with this week's message about ambition. These are the 3 main FAQ books that we use at PC Chess Club. One is the Oxford Companion to Chess. The other one is Pandolfini's Chess Complete. Has about 500 frequently asked questions, or FAQ stands for frequently asked questions for those that don't know. And Chess Thinking, which, as you can see, it's a visual dictionary. It's got all kinds of stuff. It's really nice. We love it. And we'll be going through this. This is another segment that we're going to be doing at PC Chess Club. The Best of the Best 1000. We'll be giving you the best of the best informant games. And as always, at PC Chess Club, only the best. Each week we'll have something from the 1001 Meditations book. And you'll find only the finest resources at PC Chess Club. Unlike perhaps some rival chess clubs that, you know, might skimp or be cheapskates, just don't want to spend the money, maybe looking for something for nothing. You can see here, Chess Informant, and number 119, the Viking issue. And to show you, yes, we do have the others on hand. We have 118, 17, 16, 15. And you can see they're all Chess Informant. In fact, for any doubters, any little doubting Thomas out there, or if we should get Rival Chess Club, Joplin Chess Club, I don't know how they earned the name the Slackers. Maybe it was their leader, Martin Stahl. But anyway, enough politics. You can see here, Chess Informant 115.
1, 2, 3, testing.
You can verify it. PC Chess Club will always verify it for you. That was the Lighthouse issue, 116. That's the Jazz edition, 117. 118 was the, I forget what that one was called. It's like a snake or something. Not sure I remember what that one was called, but I know 119 is called the Viking issue. Here's another one that you'll find, good resources. Chess Base. This is the newest Chess Base. We'll zoom in here for you. April and May 2014, number 159. Only the finest for you at PC Chess Club. And we'll be going through that. We'll try to put that in the videos as well. Stuff from Chess Base magazine. And as always, we always have this. The supreme way to update your opening repertoire, which is the New in Chess Yearbook. Yeah, so we're always looking out for you at PC Chess Club. Always provide you with good stuff. You can see here, Chess Base Magazine, 151, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sure looks like issue 157 to me. Anybody see that? Looks like it says 157. Can't hold this thing that steady, but yeah, 157, Chess Base Magazine. There you go. There's your proof and evidence. My bad. I forgot to show you guys the game of the week that we're using this week. This is our game of the week, the Scrabble, the high stack and 3D crossword game. It's just like Scrabble, but only, it's called Upwards, but only you can stack them up. See? You can see they're all stacked up. Let's take a look on the back. Maybe a little easier to see. And I'll read it to you. It says, play to new heights. It's a 3D crossword game that lets you stack the tiles 5 levels high. Watch how the game board changes as you stack tiles upon tiles to make words. Change words and score big. Each tile played opens up a new opportunity to make every word a winner. No matter how you play, Upwards will take your crossword game to new heights. Seems like a fun way to play Scrabble with a twist. Yeah. Preview for you on some of the opening reference books that we use at PC Chess Club. Nunn's Chess Openings, Batsford Chess Opening 2, Chess Opening Theory and Practice, Modern Chess Openings 14, which is here. Okay, and then 15, which is here, and then 13, that's Modern Chess Openings 13, and then down here, this is actually the 11th edition. I don't know if we can get that in the video. 11th edition. I've got 12th edition somewhere if I can dig it out from the piles and piles of chess books we have. Be able to put that on there for you. This is a preview, or kind of like a summary. I'd say more of a preview though. This is the preview of the opening repertoire books that we use, or books that we use to teach openings. It says MCO Beginners. Also says on the back, MCO Beginners. We'll have that in some upcoming segments, and along with these others. It's just a preview. Just a partial amount, just bare bones basics. Move that out of the way, let you see these. This is what we're going to be using as a preview here to try to explain tactics. We're going to be going through these. Yeah, it looks like a lot, huh? We're going to go through this and start a series on tactics. That's just a preview. Here's some more of the resources you find at PC Chess Club. Maybe that's why we're superior to Rival Chess Club, Joplin Chess Club, and openings. We use these Gambit chess openings, unorthodox chess openings, and standard chess openings. And friend that I like, Lev Albert, known him for a long time. We use a lot of his stuff in his comprehensive chess course. Chess openings for white explained. We've also got chess openings for black explained. And then by the informant, we've got this one. I think this is a $65 or $70 book, but it's well worth it. It's the best of the best novelties. Give you a sneak peek here. See what you can see. You can see how this thing is heavily annotated. Here's a classic Kramnik Topalov. You can see there's a lot in there. Here's one, Shirov Radjabov Linares 2014 and a King's Indian. Radjabov is one of the best King's Indian defense players. And Shirov won. But here's what it looks like. You can see just heavily annotated games. And that's why you'll find only the best at PC Chess Club. This whole entire thing is all about novelties. You get the game, and then you get to see what were the best novelties in that game. We'll take a look at number 32, the one that we had last time. And in the last video, we were talking about Karpov-Korchnoi and Korchnoi-Karpov game. Okay, the Karpov-Korchnoi game was voted third best novelty out of all. And you can see over here, they were actually tied. The first two games were tied, both votes. Korchnoi-Karpov and Karpov-Korchnoi. And I believe it was 433. I'm not sure. We have to double check that. I'll double check that and see if it was 433. I might be off on that. But it was informant game number 433. You can see they even had like 681 annotated games in that particular issue. Well, I think they had more than 681, because back then you used to get somewhere like 600 to 700 annotated games. We'll take a look at that, see if we can key that up. These are the ECOs that we have. I'll just go through them quick so you can see. There's the first edition. That's why it doesn't have a number on it. First edition didn't have a number. You can see we didn't switch anything, pull no funny stuff. Right there. Belgrade, 1975. B. First edition ECO. And you can see the next one we got, second edition ECO. So flip through it, flip it open, goes to 1984. B. And I'll give you an example. One of the ones that I play in my repertoire, and I really don't care who knows this, because they're really going to have their work cut out for it if they try to copycat me. And I don't know, Mr. Envy, Martin, Mr. Jealous. I don't know why Martin Stahl is so jealous of me. I don't know, I couldn't figure that out. But I just sacrificed and spent my money on chess. And I kept believing that Bible verse that if you wait on the Lord in time, good things come. You know, cast your bread on the waters. So while they were running off to tournaments, going on and on about their rating, I just kept plugging away, getting more and more chess resources for you guys, thinking, you know, someday I'm going to build a chess club, and these guys are going to have a lot to study with and work with. You can see here, B22. Now look how it was in the beginning. There were only 17 lines, okay? You can see the next page, page 126, page 125. Okay, that was in the first edition. Remember that number. Okay, so we go up, fast forward to the second edition. And look how many lines there are now. B22, you go to 23 lines. All right. You go to third edition, ECO, B. Whoops. Not that one. That's one of the ones I played, Carol Con Advanced Variation. I play Carol Con a lot. But I can tell you another person that had a narrow opening repertoire. His name was Kramnik, world champion Vladimir Kramnik. Everybody knew, I mean, even back in Fisher's day, they knew the openings that Bobby Fischer would play, but preparing was another deal altogether. You see there, jumps to 47 lines. So then we go fast forward up to B, 4th edition. You can do a timeline on these. Try to get you the date on that. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, YouTube people. 1997 B. That's 3rd edition. We'll go fast forward to 4th edition. Oops, says we got 3 minutes and then we got to change the disc. 2010 B. So we're going to fast forward. See, what do we come up with? Oh, lordy. Here's what we come up with. 63 lines. There you go. B22, 63 lines. And your page numbers change. Page 180, there you go. But that's what we have. That this is the 1st edition, volume C, and we got 2nd edition, volume C. We got 3rd edition, volume C, 4th edition, volume C, 5th edition, volume C. Woo, lordy, a lot, huh? And here's another one that I play. I just dare them to try to copycat my opening repertoire. It's C45, and I'll zoom in on this for you guys. C45, 120 lines. And you can see right there, C45. You want to see right there, 706 footnotes. There you go, seeing is believing. PC Chess Club, we have validity and credibility because we show you the proof. Here's one, volume A, 4th edition. Volume A, 2nd edition. Wait a minute, where's 3rd? There was no 3rd edition. For people out there wondering, there was no 3rd edition. And this one is that's the original 1st edition. And, oh, get these things out of the way. If we can hurry up and get this on here for you. This is D, 1st edition. We got D, 2nd edition. We got D, 3rd edition. Oh, Joplin Chess Club, they only have this old one from 1970s, 1st edition. We got 1st, 2nd, 3rd. We got 4th edition for you. We got volume E, 1st edition. We got 2nd edition. Right there. 3rd edition. And 4th edition. There you go, we made it. Oh, I had to change the disc. Sorry about that, folks. And this is the 4th edition E. When was it published, you might ask? Well, it shows here, it says 2008, 4th edition E. Okay. So this is what I mean about one chess club being far superior to the other. Well, we're not slackers, unlike Joplin Chess Club. We go out and provide resources for you. They call that a work ethic. And that's one of the reasons that I said that I've heard that Martin Stahl is a scam artist. I think he is. I think he's a scam artist. In my opinion, yeah, he is a scam artist because he promotes all these tournaments and then he pockets the money instead of dividing the money up to all the players and buying stuff for the club. You know, they could be using that money and they could be building their club, and that would be far better. I wouldn't be calling them scam artists if that's what they did, and if they actually went out and prepared people better for tournaments. 1991. Okay, that was the 2nd edition. And then 1st edition E was published way back in 1978. Okay, there you go. And on D, we'll just see the difference here. And I had this debate and discussion with Martin Stahl back in '09 when he was a student at PC Chess Club before he got kicked out for stealing and spying. And anyway, I guess we'll leave the politics out of it. But anyway, getting back onto the chess, we can find a date here. Original was published 1976. So we'll give you an example how it's changed down through the years. Okay, so Martin's going to rely on this 1976 ECO. And I'll give you an example here, like in the Slav defense. We'll go back through and we'll look at one that I know is easier, is more limited. It's a Chigorin defense. Morozevich wrote a book on it. I think we've got like 5 or 6 books, entire chess books devoted just to the Chigorin defense. You can see right there D7, and it had 19 lines in the first edition. Started out with 19 lines, and then second edition, that was 76, second edition 1987. So we fast forward up and we hit Chigorin defense again, and you can see it's changed. D7, it goes to 11 lines and 80 footnotes. And just to verify that, from the first one that we looked at just a minute ago, we had 100. Does that look like a 103 to anybody out there? Looks like 101, 102, 103. 19 lines, 103. So you can see the changes in those two as time went on. And then as we fast forward again, we speed up, we get to the Chigorin defense again. We see how it's been narrowed down. You got 12 lines, D7, and you got 77 footnotes. Okay? Third edition, 1998. So times have changed, and if somebody's out there still using just that first edition, there's no way they're going to know what's been changed or recommended. And at the Informants, you have a whole team of grandmasters that specialize in these openings, so they can tell you how best to do the repertoire. Here you go, D7, 10 lines, and we are at 56. But if you look like D34, Queen's Gambit, you see 32 of those. They go over into the Slav, which is one of my specialties, Slav defense. It's 28 lines there. These things overlap so much, it's like almost pitiful. In the Slav, there's a lot of transposition going on. You could change from one variation of the Slav to another on an almost at-will basis. Here's an example, D10, right there, D10, 86 lines, 455 footnotes. Quite a bit. You can see here quite a bit in the Slav defense. But take a look and you'll see how they changed quite a bit. Pull this up for you guys. Right there. And then get this out. out of the way. Get a little more light on it so you can see it better. P15, 16, 17, 18, 19. There you go. You can see a lot of similarity in there between different branches of the Slav. Speaking of which, go to the 4th edition. I'll show you one of the ones that I play in the King's Indian. Okay. Now, way back in the day, 1st edition, you go up here and you hit in the E90s. I'll show you. I think it's E97. Now, back in the day, when it first started out, it was like 19 lines, okay? Not a whole lot going on then. But yeah, I remember that Martin said something about taking me to court for slander if I didn't remove something on Facebook about him being a scam artist. So I told a buddy of mine, I said, you know what, I'll just put it on YouTube, because I think he is a scam artist. The way that he runs a scam, a sham. It's not real tournaments. I mean, they might be real in the sense of the word of, yeah, they're USCF rated, but I don't know. There's just, I've heard things like fronting, perpetrating, bogus, things like that. But I guess we'll leave the politics out of it. But anyway, you can see here, 118 lines, and look what you get up to. 714 footnotes. So am I worried about Joplin Chess Club knowing my repertoire? No, not at all. I am a specialist in the Indian defenses. I play both sides King's Indian. Everything from E60 to E99. Everything in the King's Indian defense. I play all that. Both sides, white and black. Every variation. So my message to Joplin Chess Club is 2 words: bring it. I'd like to play them a correspondence game online, maybe on chess.com, so you guys could all follow the game, but they seem to be afraid to play me. I don't know why. You know, maybe they don't have these resources or something. Who knows? This is why we like the ECO 3rd edition small ECO. Right there, because you can see it's going to give you a summary like the one we just looked at, E97. I'll show you an example. Instead of all those 700 and something footnotes, you're just going to go through here. You're going to see like 107 footnotes, but you can see it's only going to go to 15 lines. E97. This is the one that I play in my repertoire. Kasparov played C45. You can see 120 lines, 706 footnotes. Have fun, guys. You think that I'm worried about anybody from a rival chess club, Joplin Chess Club, trying to memorize my repertoire? If they think they can memorize 706 footnotes, good luck. Or that many lines, good luck to you. Here is how my repertoire, one of the main openings for white, that and the Roy Lopez, C45 started out. You had 17 lines, and you had
all the colors of the rainbow,
69 footnotes. Okay. Then, 2nd edition, we went to show you how this thing has grown over the years. 2nd edition, we had 18 lines and 100 footnotes. Also, back then, I don't think in the second edition we had the Gleck variation. I think it was still in its infancy. Yeah, you don't see it up here in C47, the 4 Nights. It's 4 Nights or Scotch 4 Nights. And back then it was a footnote. See, right there, G3, it was just a footnote. But watch what happens as time goes by. We hit 3rd, 4th, and 5th edition. Watch how this thing just mushrooms. Just goes up, gets huge. Okay, we'll have to pull it up here. C47, G3. But back to the Scotch. Now it jumps to 34 lines, 193 footnotes. Check this out. We hit the 4th edition, fast forward. This is why I was talking about, you invest the money and it takes money to make money, but you spend the money more wisely. You get everything, and then you can do a reference sheet or works cited sheet. You can show what was changed and why. C45, it jumps to 73, 357 footnotes, 73 lines, okay? And then on the Gleck variation, you can see how it's grown as well. Right here, G3, and it has its own little section now. We fast forward to the 5th edition. Here's where it gets really huge. You hit C45. We hit those 120 lines, 706 footnotes. What about Gleck variation? I'll show you what about Gleck variation. Look how much that thing's grown. G3, right there, quite a bit. It's another one that I play. It's one of our secret weapons. Here's one of the ones in my repertoire that's B22. The Alapin. A good book to get is the one written by Sveshnikov. You can see it just goes on and on. Actually goes 63 lines. B22. 63 lines. 382 footnotes. So like I said, slackers can't copy the repertoire of us, any strong grandmaster. They can't copy that because they don't have the work ethic and they don't have the memory. They wouldn't be able to remember it. Even if you gave it to them, they still wouldn't be able to remember it. This is one of the people this week in April. This week, April 13th, 1963 is the birthday of world champion Garry Kasparov. Moving right along through the week, these are the other people that share a birthday this week. Saturday will be Susan Polgar's birthday, April 19th. So anybody wants to go to her website and tell her happy birthday, that'd be a good idea. Or tell her happy birthday on Facebook.